Hey guys, what is up? It is the Fast Break Report here, bringing you guys another vlog, and we got some interesting news today that I think we need to talk about because it says a lot, I mean a fucking lot, about what Daryl Morey is asking for Ben Simmons in a trade. So Adrian Wojnarowski, Woj, the man Woj himself, put out a tweet today talking about how the Sacramento Kings have officially backed out of trade talks for Ben Simmons. So if we go to Woj's Twitter account, I want you guys to hear this shit because this is fucking insane to me, okay? There was two tweets put out, and the second tweet simply says this, okay? I'm going to read it to you word for word. Inside of 2 weeks until the February 10th NBA trade deadline, the Kings believe the asking price for Simmons is too steep and that a pathway to reaching an agreement with the Sixers does not exist, sources said. So, the Sacramento Kings just came out and publicly said that, like, they had a source tell Woj, or a source told Woj from the Sacramento Kings inside the Kings organization, that they simply believe that a pathway to acquiring Ben Simmons does not exist. It does not exist. The asking price that Daryl Morey wants for Ben Simmons does not exist. Meaning that they believe the Nets are not going to trade Harden and that the Portland Trail Blazers are not going to trade Lillard. I don't see why you would for Ben Simmons if you're any of these two teams. I mean, like, if you're the Nets, maybe you trade Kyrie for Ben Simmons. That makes a little more sense to me than trading James Harden. But I just think to myself, in this situation, right? Daryl Morey better be fucking positive. I mean fucking positive that he can trade Ben Simmons in the offseason and get what he wants for this. Because right now, man, Daryl Morey looks bad. And the reason I'm saying this is because he is wasting a season of Joel Embiid's prime. Okay? And not for nothing, man, but injuries are always a thing with big men. In some way, shape, or form. Zion Williamson's a perfect example. Granted, he's built like a fucking linebacker and can't even walk straight. But, like, big men go through injuries all the time. And especially with Joel Embiid having the injury history that he has, I think it's foolish to sit on Ben Simmons until the fucking offseason and hope that you can get something for it. Because if you're Daryl Morey in this situation, you better be fucking right. I mean, you fucking better be. And the reason I say that is because if the Sacramento Kings offered you De'Aaron Fox and 2 first-rounders for Ben Simmons, I don't understand why you're not taking it. If the Indiana Pacers offered you Malcolm Brogdon and multiple first-round picks for Ben Simmons, I don't know why you're not taking it. The reason I'm simply saying that is because there is not a cold chance in hell I think they're getting Damian Lillard or James Harden in the offseason. Now, there is the rumor that James Harden is not happy in Brooklyn and that, you know, he's just not satisfied. He's not happy with the Kyrie Irving situation, which is understandable. You know, I understand not being happy with the Kyrie Irving situation, but you have to respect people's opinions. That's what we do. And the Brooklyn thing, I'm just not buying. I don't know why I'm just not, because this doesn't even make any sense. And the reason I say that is because where the fuck can James Harden go that he's going to have a better chance at winning an NBA championship than where he's at already? You know what I'm saying? Why would James Harden want to go to Pennsylvania, okay, and try to win there? Why would he want to go to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania? Okay, is there a reason he wants to go to Philadelphia to try and win a ring? I understand maybe you like the culture more, maybe you want to play with Joel Embiid, whatever, but win a fucking ring first. You know what I'm saying? Win a fucking chip. Then do what the fuck you want. But I just, that's why I don't believe this. I don't believe that James Harden wants to go down as like the superstar who never won a fucking ring, okay? One of the greatest scorers in NBA history, okay? A guy who revolutionized the game with his step back patented jump shot, okay? I find it hard to believe he's never going to want to win a ring in his career. He just doesn't strike me as a guy, I don't know, maybe he does strike me as a guy that doesn't care about winning, I don't know. But part of me feels like he wouldn't have forced his way to Brooklyn out of Houston if he didn't want to fucking win. Unless he's just having second thoughts about winning, but still, it's like, you know, how does going to Philly improve your chances of winning? You know? And Damian Lillard has made it pretty blatantly clear that he does not want to leave Portland. He wants to bring a championship to Portland. So what the fuck are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck is Daryl Morey doing? I just think to myself, Daryl Morey got such a high asking price on Ben Simmons that nobody wants to trade for him. Now the Sacramento Kings backs out, and they have a lot of assets. They have Buddy Hield. They have, who else? They have got Marvin Bagley. They've got Harrison Barnes. Okay? They've got Tyrese Halliburton. They've got Davion Mitchell, Shemezi Medu. They have fucking De'Aaron Fox, and they've got a first-round pick that is most likely going to be top 10, maybe top 5 by the time the season is over, and they still won't take it? You're still not going to, wheel and deal with the fucking Kings? I mean, I don't get it. I don't understand it. And I think this is going to be a move ultimately that costs Daryl Morey his job. Because if he does not trade Ben Simmons by the February 10th trade deadline, okay, you are now stuck with Ben Simmons for the rest of the year. He's probably not going to play. And not only that, but I find it very hard to believe that 76ers ownership is going to be okay with going into a second year where Ben Simmons doesn't play a single fucking game for you when he's making $40 million a year. I find it hard to believe, very hard to believe, that 76ers ownership is going to be okay with that. And I don't know, man. I think if Daryl Morey does not trade Ben Simmons by the February 10th NBA trade deadline, he is going to lose his fucking job. Okay? Because they're only going to give him to the offseason, man. And the longer he drags this out, the more teams are going to move on from it, like the Sacramento Kings have. What did I say in my last video about the Ben Simmons trade update? The longer he drags this out, the more teams are going to say, fuck him, we'll go someplace else. Because there's only so long where you can try to get over on people. Okay? There's only, I guess one thing that you could say is a saying of mine is like, there's only so long that you can bullshit people before they tell you to go fuck yourself. And that's what the Sacramento Kings have done. They've told Daryl Morey to go fuck himself. And not only that, but at this point, when you get news like this, from a team that is not a good team in the NBA and has assets that they're looking to trade, and have probably offered you way more than what Ben Simmons is worth at this point if they really wanted him. And the Sacramento Kings are rumored to be the strongest, most aggressive pursuer in the Ben Simmons saga here. If the most aggressive team backs out, I would say that decreases your ability to trade him. And the reason I say that is because if Sacramento's really interested in Ben Simmons, okay, you can maybe get a little more than what you really should be getting for Ben Simmons. But if the most aggressive suitor backs out, that sends a message to the rest of the league. That means we love Ben Simmons, we want Ben Simmons, but we cannot realistically get him, and we do not believe that a path to acquiring him even fucking exists. Okay, so if I'm a team like the Pacers, right, or a team like the Charlotte Hornets, who, granted, they don't need Ben Simmons, but, you know what I'm saying, they have young assets. Maybe you're a team like the Warriors, I don't know, the Celtics or somebody who might be interested in Ben Simmons, I don't know. But, like, I have to think to myself at this point, it's like, okay, I shouldn't even bother. Okay? And that's what I think is going to happen here. I think Daryl Morey is asking for such a high price on Ben Simmons that nobody wants to trade for him. And it's only going to go downhill from here. So I would say that your best offer or your best offers are off the table at this point because Sacramento, who is the most interested in him, willing to give up probably anyone and anything on the roster to get him, has said no. And so we're going to continue to waste a year of Joel Embiid's prime, who, by the way, has an injury history, okay? We have Tobias Harris right now, who is playing like shit. And I just don't see how this is going to work into year 2. I just don't. I don't see how that's going to happen. And, you know, I doubt they're going to buy out his contract. I doubt that's going to happen. But if you're Daryl Morey, man, I would be very interested to see if by the time the trade deadline comes around, I would not be surprised to see the 76ers say, okay, you know, we realize we're asking for too much. But Daryl Morey says, we'll drag this out for 4 years. We'll drag it out into the offseason. Well, Daryl Morey, you're wrong, because 76ers ownership isn't going to let you piss their money for 4 fucking years. How about that? So I just find it hard to believe this is going to go on for 4 years. I doubt it goes on even 2 years. But if Daryl Morey doesn't trade Ben Simmons, by the time the offseason rolls around, you can bet your ass Daryl Morey will be out of a fucking job, okay? He is going to hold out himself out of a job if he continues to do this. And very interesting, I might add, okay? It's very interesting to see a report like this, because if Sacramento's backing out, that sends a message to the rest of the league. And I just can't believe that's really a thing. They don't believe that a trade to acquire Ben Simmons even exists. That's fucking crazy to me. And you know what, man? It just goes to show how much Daryl Morey's asking for. And it's not looking good, boys. Not looking good. And I think if you're the 76ers in this current point in time, your team is currently, I think, a playoff team in the East without Ben Simmons. If you can get a De'Aaron Fox, maybe you have to throw in Tyrese Maxey to somebody. I don't know. You know, there's a lot of possibilities. But if you're not willing to play ball, no one's going to play with you. So that's all I'm saying. So tell me what you guys think about this down below in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your guys' opinions on this. A like helps me out. Subscribe if you guys want to see more. This has been the Fast Break Report, and I'm out of this motherfucker. Peace, guys.